TJ Hockenson is a beautiful man, and even though he was an Iowa Hawkeye, don't hold that against him. Localish kid from the Midwest. His parents get to see him play every single week now. It's fantastic. And when he came over last year in division from the Detroit Lions in the midseason trade, it was fantastic. It was just really, really good. Him and Kirk Cousins struck up a very quick chemistry, as well as after the trade, he was second in the league to Travis Kelce in many major statistical categories for tight ends. So you would think, hey, give these guys a full off season as opposed to just getting thrown onto the squad, learning a new offense, learning new teammates mid-season, and something is going to be amazing in 2023. Also, you also have Hockenson just completely buying into the culture. Ooh, love to see it, bro. And Pro Football Focus put it out there. Eyeball emoji, trophy emoji. Name a dark horse to finish as tight end 1. And they used Hockenson in his debut game for the Vikings against the Washington Commies. And a game where he had 9 catches, just like out of nowhere. It's like everyone was thinking, okay, maybe Hockenson will get like 10 snaps. Nope. Basically, you're playing the entire offense, man. It's funny, man. And it wouldn't be too insane to think that Hockenson can end up as tight end 1, because last year, depending on scoring, he finished as tight end 3 or tight end 4. Now, Taysom Hill in some scoring finished above him, but also Taysom benefited from having 7 rushing touchdowns. But Kelce was 1 with 206. Kittle was up there with 142.5. Even though he slowed down towards the end of the season, him and Brock Purdy didn't really have the same chemistry. And then Hockenson last year between the Lions and the Vikings ended up with 86 catches, 914 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And Hockenson didn't really have the puck luck when it came to touchdowns, but you look at the targets that he had last year, 129, and just that volume of work, which was second in the league. Kelce had 152, and then it was a long ways to Hockenson at 129, and then it was a long way to Mark Andrews and Tyler Higbee in terms of getting that targets and getting that work, because that's what matters in fantasy. You want that volume of targets, and Hockenson certainly had that last year with Kirk Cousins, and it's only going to grow and show this year as well. And a couple reasons why it's not insane to think of Hockenson as tight end 1. I understand. Oh, well, you're a Vikings fan. You're a homer. Obviously, I think it's so. But a lot of things could happen that could lead to Hockenson being a tight end 1 in fantasy, being a Pro Bowler, as well as potentially being an All Pro. Number one. So Kelce turns 34 in October, and at some point he's going to start aging out, even though he is still the focal point of the Kansas City Chiefs offense, where you get rid of Tyreek Hill and the offense gets better. It's kind of crazy, man. Also, number 2, Hockenson has a full off season in this offense. So he's not coming in, learning the entire playbook week by week by week, but he gets a full off season, full OTAs, full mandatory minicamp. He was there the whole time. And also, number 3, just developing more chemistry with Kirk, because the fact that Hockenson put up these sort of numbers with a guy that he's never played before in an offense that he's learning on the fly is really impressive. So just imagine what they can do when they're on the same page. Number 4, Jefferson, wide receiver 1 in the league, obviously going to get that attention, as well as Addison and KJ going to be taking up some more attention around the outside. So that could leave Hockenson just completely in the middle of the field all alone, isolated against linebackers and safeties, and I will take 87 against that coverage every single time and twice on Sunday. Also, Oliver in 12 personnel. So, a lot of people think it's like, okay, Josh Oliver coming in, 3-year, $21 million deal. That's going to impact Hockenson in fantasy. Not particularly. So at OTAs, at mandatory minicamp, they've been playing a lot of 2 tight end sets, a lot of 12 personnel. Vikings going to be a little bit heavier up front this year. I think that's much more about the running game versus the passing game. And Oliver, I think, is going to get a little bit more red zone love than you would think. I think that Hockenson is clearly truly tight end 1 in terms of receiving volume in the Vikings offense, as well as in a spot where it could be where Hockenson gets alleviated from some of the dirty work, where Oliver is the best blocking tight end in the game. Hockenson is also fully capable in both pass blocking and run blocking, but if you're able to take a little bit of wear and tear off of him, keep him a little bit more spry and energized late in games later in the season, that can only help him as a receiver statistically. And then lastly, number 6, so he's playing on his 5th-year option this year, making around $9 million and change, so contract year hunger. Wants to get after it, wants to get a big-time tight end deal. You're looking at 14, 15 million per season, which is the going rate right now, and I think that he could cash in on that. So I think that there's a lot of factors lining up that means Hockenson could have a phenomenal year this year, and I think I agree with PFF in this spot. I actually do think that Hockenson has a chance to be tight end 1. Yes, overtaking Travis Kelce and just getting it done, because this offense is going to be beautiful, and Hockenson is going to be a major part of that as well. But your thoughts are thoughts. Could TJ Hockenson be tight end 1 in fantasy football this season? Yes. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.